Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Make sure you stay tuned because this is going to be a good one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2. When I said mile, I meant quarter of a mile. 400 meters. Come on, baby, let's go.
Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to do a challenge. Now this is something that if you guys enjoy, could potentially be a running series that we do moving forward. The first challenge that I want to do is the 8-minute mile running challenge. You might be thinking, running an 8-minute mile is not very hard. Now, whilst I would agree with you, what I want to do is show you how I pace myself so I can run an 8-minute mile without actually using a fitness tracker. I've got a little bit of a rhythm that I call out in my head, but obviously for the purpose of the video, when we get down to the running track, I'll give you that rhythm by filming myself and calling it out verbally. Now, what I want to do is test out how effective this is in the form of a challenge. So, when we get down to the running track, I'm going to get my fitness tracker, I'm going to cover over the watch face with a piece of sellotape, or masking tape, sorry, so you can't see through it, and then I'm going to set it off. I'm going to run 3 miles and I'm going to try and get as close to 24 minutes, which would be 3 times 8-minute miles, as possible without even looking at my pace. Now, hopefully this works out, because obviously if it's miles out, the whole purpose of the video is ruined, which is why I like the idea of a little bit of a challenge. Now, that could involve a forfeit. So if you do like the idea of this challenge series, maybe post some ideas down below in the comments section of what you think might be good as forfeits, you know, if I don't get the challenge, and I can document that in a future video.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the running track, ready to take part in this 8-minute mile challenge. Now, as I've previously mentioned in last week's video, I put on a fair bit of weight. So, whilst 8-minute miles didn't used to be challenging, they're slightly harder now. But we're going to give it our best shot to do exactly what we've previously mentioned. Now, in terms of the rhythm that we've previously talked about, what I'm going to call out in my head, or what I'll do for you now, is a number every time your left foot strikes the floor. Now, you have fairly average stride length, then this will work quite well. So, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I say, every time your left foot strikes the floor, that is when you're supposed to hear that number. And that keeps you at a nice 8-minute mile pace. But let's test this theory. Okay, so I've got my fitness tracker set up. So we do 1 click, and then we're on the run mode. Now I've got my tape, so this is sort of like the artist tape, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to put a couple of layers on top. So that's my GPS, that buzz that you might have just heard. That's my GPS just loading in, knowing that we'll get the distance and the recording right. This tape doesn't seem to want to actually peel off. Oh, for God's sake, there we go. So let's double up the layers. Got a bit of tape there. We'll just stick it over like that. Fairly crude, but it does the job. And why don't we go get started? Alright, so we're at the start line. Watch set up. Why don't we get cracking? 3, 2, 1. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 mile done. 1 mile. Alright, last mile left now. Let's make it a good one.
A few moments later.
That's 100. Come on, we can do it. Come on. Let's go. Alright, So I did it in 24 minutes and 6 seconds, which means that on average, I based an 8 minute and 2 second pace, which, considering I was shooting for 8 minutes, is pretty bang on if you ask me. So quite clearly, my method of 1, 2, 3, 4 works a treat. Thanks very much for watching the video, and I hope to see you next week. See you later.